Ba'alotra is the parsha that we're reading this week. There's a passage in this sidra that speaks of a great pain that Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, our leader and our teacher, goes through. What happens is that the people rebel against Moses' authority and the fact that they are stranded in the middle of a wilderness with the same thing to eat every single day and the same journeys that they undergo seemingly in circles, things they indicate were better when we were in Egypt. Life was not so unpredictable and so monotonous. There, it was better. Let us go back to Egypt. And Moses, in great frustration and a very classic text, calls out to God in deep despair with these words. Why, he says to God, have you dealt ill with your servant? And why have I not enjoyed your favor? Why did you lay this burden of the people on me? Moses is having a crisis. He's in darkness, in despair. And Moses can see no way out of it. He's fed up. He feels like there's a tsunami of anger that is against him. And what is he going to do about it? He feels he's powerless to defend himself against the murmurings of the people. Now, God talks some sense into him, but the biggest issue here is the frustration and the despair that he feels. Now, he's the leader par excellence of the people, and he falls prey to a sense of darkness in his own life. I'm reminded of the 23rd Psalm, which you and I know very well, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. The shadow is something that we all walk through many times throughout our life when we can see no light filtering into this moment that we are going through right now. But I want to point out to you that it is not possible to have a shadow unless there is light. If you're in total darkness, there is no shadow. Just the fact that we are walking and we can articulate that while walking in a shadow means that somewhere else, perhaps a little bit beyond our eyesight, but there is hope. There is light shining somewhere that we can gravitate toward and we can grab onto. Moses' words to God are our words, sometimes reflectively to ourselves. I give up. I've had enough. I can't endure this anymore. It shall pass. This, by the way, was Solomon's great wisdom according to our sages. Solomon's key to wisdom was a simple phrase, Gam ze ya'avor, this too shall pass. Because Solomon, Moses, Akiva, you, all of us go through these great moments of shadow, and that we have to understand that this will pass. We will move beyond this. And it is so vital that we remember this, because if we don't, we might give up. We might actually throw up our hands and say, that's it. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to be part of this organization anymore. I'm not going to try to do these things anymore, because all I get is a backlash. All I get are no's from people. This is the really locus of what it means to be Jewish. What it means to be Jewish is to never give up. And in these hard times that we're going through right now, it is vital, perhaps more than ever before, to never give up the idea of hope. This too shall pass. These times shall change. We will move beyond them. And we have a vow. We may not realize it, but we've got this sense of connection with God, and we have made a vow that when we entered into the world, we were going to be lifted from this world when our time ended. When the final curtain of life was drawn across our life, that the world will be a better place because we entered it and we worked hard and we did not give up. We did not surrender our task of what it means to make the world a better place. This is axiomatic when it comes to being a Jew, that we never give up. In the darkest hours, there is always light. There is always moving beyond these moments into the next phase, and hopefully become wiser as a result of having walked through those dark periods of our time. There was a South African thinker and activist who said, when I come before the ultimate judge, the judge is going to ask me, looking straight into my eyes, where are your wounds? And if I say to the ultimate maker, I have no wounds, he will say to me, you mean there was nothing worth fighting for? This is our task, to not give up, to continue to forge forward, no matter what the darkness, compelled by a force that is far stronger and immutable than the darkness that we endure at this moment.